Well, welcome back to another episode of Journey Unknown. I'm Troy. A lot of people have been asking questions about this Primal fishing kayak. Absolutely no sponsorship at all. I purchased this from BCF. It's all the gear. This is everything you need. The Predator fishing kayak. This is the insert that goes into it. It's basically like a similar to like a paddle board, and it goes inside the middle of it. Then you've got a motor that's purchased separately, the water snake motor, and the accessories like your seat, transit that goes onto the back of the kayak, and just some oars. So it's very basic, pretty light sort of setup, but what I'll do is I'll put it all together and I'll talk a little bit more about it. That's it. That's literally set up within probably 10 minutes. Everything is ready to go. I just need to put the seat in there. What basically you do is the sides get pumped up to 5 psi. The center paddleboard part goes to 15 psi. So technically you can stand up in this thing. Now, it's a one-person kayak. It states one person, but we've had 2 people and, you know, me and a couple of dogs. So it can withhold 200 kilos. That's what it's stating. So, but I think it can hold a lot more than that. So like I said, 2 outside compartments of 5 psi. The center compartment is 15 psi, and it's very sturdy. Very sturdy, lightweight, and all I need to do now is place the seat in like that. You can strap the seat down. I don't bother with it because it fits in there quite nicely, so I don't really have to worry about it too much. The wheel set is separate. I purchased that from Anaconda, and what I've done is I've modified it a little bit because this is just for a small kayak. I couldn't find anything bigger at Anaconda, so what I've done is I've modified the straps. They used to come down here and go from here and strap around the kayak, and what was happening, it was rubbing on the wheels and breaking through the strap. So I've put the straps up the top here, and they'll just wrap right around the back of the kayak there, and it seems to work really well. Like, having a trolley does help. The kayak itself is quite light, but once you start putting fishing gear in there, your battery to run your motor, it does get a bit weighty if you've got to carry it long distances. So like here where we are at the moment, the lake is basically either through this bridge here, which might be tight getting through there, and the lake's over here, so I might just wheel it over here. So it just makes life a lot easier. Now, the motor itself, It's a water snake motor, 34 pound. I think it's quite sufficient for this kayak. It does have a bit of speed. It all depends on the battery system that you run as well. Initially what I was using, it was just a couple of drill batteries, the Bosch lithium drill batteries, and I would just take 3 or 4 of those and then change them over as I needed them. But it's not very practical, especially in the salt water. You don't really want to get salt water around those batteries at all, or those terminals. So what I've come up with is this lithium battery. It's called a dry power deep cycle battery, and it charges really quickly and lasts quite a while. Depends on how fast you're going, you know, if you're going into a current, and how long the battery will last, but you get a sort of feel for it. And also you have paddles if you do run out of battery. But I've just put some Anderson plugs on the end here, on the end of the motor. That doesn't come with it. That basically just comes with a couple of ring attachments on the end that goes directly onto your battery terminal. So to make it more convenient, more safe, I've just put an Anderson plug on here. I've put the battery inside this sealable box, just like so. So there you go. It's a 12.8 24-hour Life Pro deep cycle battery. Yeah, it's lithium. It's very light, like extremely light. You could even run 2 of these, and they're quite affordable. I think I only paid about $230 for that at Battery World. So I thought that was quite good. If you're going on a long distance travel, you could use one battery sort of getting to where you want to go, and then if you get another battery, you can use another one. So that's about it for the kayak at this stage. I've had this for probably over a year now, and we've taken it to most places in Australia, not everywhere obviously, but we've taken it into salt water, a lot of fresh water. Fresh water works really well, especially lakes and stuff. Even had it out on the Ningaloo Reef. That was awesome, just like snorkeling off the boat with a couple of us in there and the dog. That was good fun. It hasn't missed a beat. It's been fantastic. So it might be an option for you guys if you don't want to carry a tinny, or you don't have the GVM to carry a tinny. This is very suitable. What we'll do is I'll put the weights and everything on the screen here, and then you can make your own informative decision whether it's something that you would want to use. But it's extremely heavy duty. Yeah, can't fault it for a kayak. I really like it. Folds up really well. Oh, the other thing I will talk about is whilst you're here is get yourself one of these pumps. Won't even try to pronounce that. This is a reversible pump, so basically it will pump up any inflatable thing that you have. Has all different types of attachments. It's worth its weight in gold. You can increase the PSI, you can decrease it, and you can deflate. So the perfect thing about the deflation is the fact that I can suck all the air out of this kayak and it folds straight back up into the bag. I don't have to worry about it. The other good part about this unit is it, like I said, it pumps everything. Like we've got compressors in our cars and in the caravan, but I still carry this around because it's got all the fittings. It's just easy to use, and yeah, it's a no-brainer. I think there was about 150, but don't quote me on that. I'll put it up on the screen. The kayak itself, as I showed at the start of the video, the internal part does come out. I've worked that out after the fact, that when I was trying to clean it, because sand was still coming out everywhere, and I'm thinking, how do I get this all out? But this actual centerpiece does come out, and it has a drain plug underneath the motor at the back of the kayak where you can drain water out too, because it does get water in here and slashes along the bottom. But extremely sturdy. I love it. Let me know what you think. If you've taken something out of this video, please think about subscribing to our channel. It helps us grow, and we can give you more informative videos on the stuff, the gear that we use throughout our travels. Well, there you go. Now it's time to get it out in the water. I'll show you how it performs. Let's go.
I'm gonna let the sun shine in today. I'm trying to make this darkness go away. I'll paint with colors, and I'll sing until my lungs give out. I'm gonna let the sun shine in today, and I will leave my windows open so that I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind.
And just like that, we are out on a beautiful day. It's so calm, especially in this little area here. It's nice and protected. Stunning. And the water snake motor is a bloody beauty. This is the 34 pound. It has 5 forward gears and it has 3 reverses. So this is gear 1, just cruising. That uses bugger all battery. It gives you a little indication of what your battery's doing at the top here. Hopefully it gives you a bit of an idea of how fast it goes, but this is gear 2. Gear 3, I'll put the land in the background. Ooh, what are we hitting there? Big log. So I thought we were quite deep. There's quite a fair few logs in this lake, so you've got to be careful. It's gear 3, I wouldn't have wanted to go any faster. That's 4 and 5. Definitely enough for trawling. The other thing is, depends on what state you're in, whether you need a license. In Victoria you don't for under 44 pounds, I think it is. So, I'm not sure about the other states. You have to look at your local regulations, but yeah, cool. I'm just going to take the Serenity in now. I will say it is a little bit incumbent trying to steer, because I have put the motor sort of on one side so you can lean to one side and steer, but something like a longer pole might be better. Not sure.
It's open so that I can hear the sound of people talking, the wind blowing in the trees. Oh, I will open up my eyes so I can see the light. Oh, and I'll try to spread my wings so I can fly. Oh, and the darkness starts to fade. Feels like things are gonna go my way. I'm gonna let the sun shine in the day.
Alright, couldn't resist, had to go and get the rod.
I'm gonna let the past be filled with smoke.
Have a good go at this. This is just next level.
And
I tried trawling up the river first.
And take this weight off my shoulders, cause I know yesterday ain't coming back. I'm gonna let the past stay in the cold. I will listen to the ocean, let its unsaid words be spoken, and I'll let my carry.
Well, that's the Primal Fishing Kayak. We think it's a really great vessel to take around Australia. Obviously, you're not going to take it into croc country, but you know, it gives you the opportunity to get it out on the Ningaloo Reef, do some inland fishing. It's very lightweight, so it's a win-win, and it's affordable. You're not carrying around fuel and all that sort of stuff. So hopefully you guys have taken something out of this. If you have, please think about subscribing to our channel. We'll do more of these episodes coming up into the future about some of the gear that we use. So take care, guys. We'll see you on the next week's episode. Bye for now.